DBP squad, what is good, fam? Welcome back to the channel for another video, and today we have our hands full because popular demand. You guys wanted me to take Lucifer next week to Charlotte, North Carolina for this Ford event with the boys. We got Brandon going with obviously Minion, and Jake's bringing the Dark Horse, but I'm bringing Lucifer this trip because Maverick over here, we've been road tripping this car a lot actually. It's been getting put to work, so this time around time to give Lucifer some love, and we got a lot to do today, and could start off by opening up the garage and getting things prepped because we have an oil change, we have a blower oil change. I want to go and paint the rear calipers on the Lucifer because they need a touch up. We have to do a good detail, needs a good interior detail, and you know, it pretty much needs the whole shebang, and I just got to knock it all out today, so it shouldn't be too difficult. But I'm warning you now, this is going to be more of a raw video, working on the car and stuff. Should be a pretty fun day today, and if you guys would, drop your boy a thumbs up on this video right now if you want more POV, more raw stuff, working on things and, you know, getting the car ready and such. Let me know because I think it'll be a pretty fun touch to the channel. We're going to get Lucifer pulled in here and get this party started. Oil change required. 36,000 miles. We're getting up there, boys. We're getting up there. That's foul as hell. I'm actually really excited to take this on a road trip. And something that's extremely funny is this car gets better gas mileage than that car, and that one's naturally aspirated. And how that makes sense, I have no idea. And no, not because it's on the 85. I'm talking 93 gas versus 93 gas in both of them. Lucifer takes the cake and is way better on gas, so it's kind of crazy. My freaking driveway is disgusting. We actually just got done power washing all of these like landscaping bricks because we were deciding if we wanted to buy new ones, but that would have been really expensive. We probably have 100 and something bricks here, and you know, we went and power washed them and stuff, got them cleaned up, and it turned out really good. So we're letting these dry out, and we're gonna remulch and stuff, pull weeds, do all that shebang. So the driveway is disgusting from that. And the last thing on yard work, buzz cut has arrived. I don't know if this video is dropped yet. We got buzz cut. I cut the grass with it for the first time, and let me tell you, this thing, absolute unit. It works so freaking good. Like I love that thing, man. I love that thing. But we are gonna restore that sometime soon. I want to whole new paint job, and I don't know if we'll go through this whole summer with it how it is now, and then maybe this will be a winter project because, you know, we're not going to be really cutting grass in the winter, but that thing is going to be looking sick, and this is going to be its corner once the whole garage is finished. So I'm excited for that. Well, let's get old girl pulled in, get this oil change and all this maintenance stuff started, road trip ready. Oh shoot, I'm not gonna make that. Got a little tight there, baby. Let's try that again. Oh man, she feeling good. I'm so excited to road trip this thing. Should be good right there. Cut her off, and actually I got something new that I bought because my other one broke. So, you know, your boy cheaped out. Went to the good old Harbor Freight the other day, and speaking about Harbor Freight, I actually saw that they sell these horse stall mats. They're like really thick rubber, and it's like $54 a mat. And I parked crooked as hell, holy. But they have these horse stall mats that are 4x6s, and I think I'm gonna get 4 for each parking spot, just so, you know, I can eliminate damaging the floor, because this is a DIY job. This isn't, you know, professional grade, and I wanna make sure it lasts a while, especially putting all the time and money into this place to make it look really good. So 4 mats here, 4 mats there. Park the cars on them. It'll be a really nice thick rubber. You could jack on it, you could do everything. So, but if there is anybody at Tractor Supply watching this video that can get them shipped to my house maybe on a discount, you know, that'd be pretty sick. But we did go to Harbor Freight, and I had to buy a new jack. The good old faithful Pittsburgh 1.5 ton aluminum jack. had one of these when I first moved into the apartment, and it shit the bed like 3 or 4 years later. I want to get a lift for the place, so I wasn't gonna go and ball out on a crazy jack just because I've been acting a little cheap lately. So we got another $100 jack to do this job today. But they work really good, honestly. And $100 every 3 years, whatever. Oh, we got the Chica over here doing some yard work. Yeah. That's already looking good better. Look at you. How's the yard work been treating you? Is it fun?
Yeah, I feel like I'm working out.
Oh no, a workout session. Oh no.
No, it actually feels really good out today. So
yeah, well, I'll knock this stuff out and come help you. Can you give me a hand real quick though?
Yeah.
I just need you to lift the hood for me. I'm gonna pull the hood release, just lift it up from right here. It's like 2-person job with this hood for some reason. I gotta adjust the latch. All right, go ahead. All right, that's it. Shank you shoddy. Ew, baby. There she goes. But as I mentioned, we're gonna go and give her a full maintenance job today. Fresh oil change, 5W50. It's the track pack oil that they recommend. I think it's typically like 5W20, I think, which is, in my opinion, hot summer days, boosted cars. I think that's a little too thin, my opinion. So we're going 5W50 in here. Gotta drain the catch can. Gotta drain and replace the oil in the blower. Check the coolant levels and stuff. I think I have a little bit of coolant I could splash in there if needed. And I think she's gonna be road trip ready though. Let's get this party started though. Open up our Harbor Freight $100 jack. Mr. Low Pro himself. I'll never be the one to knock Harbor Freight, and I hope they're watching this video right now because I would be more than happy to work with them for some tools. Like, who cares if stuff's cheaper? If it lasts you a little bit, it lasts a little bit and it gets the job done, you know? Screw all those haters that knock Harbor Freight. I personally love it all. Nice cheap stuff that works for a limited time, but go back and buy another. Look at this bad boy. Back in action, boys. Back in frickin' action. Does this pop out? Oh, what the hell? It's already leaking oil. Oh, baby. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. We'll need the jack stands, 2 of these. I need my cardboard, because I learned the hard way. We went and jacked up Jordan's car on the floor, and I think because I added so much of the anti-skid additive in the ground with the jack going up and it moving with all that weight, the anti-skid I think gripped a little bit too much and it kind of cracked the floor. So I am not taking any more chances until I get those horse stall mats in here. A lot of people are on my ass about not doing the floor professionally right off rip, but you guys got to understand, like, buying a house, one, is extremely expensive, so spending a good $5,000 on a floor right off rip is not really ideal, and I am nowhere near rich. So that's why I figured I would do a DIY project for time being, get some content out of it, get some elbow grease put into it, and overall, it might not look the best, it might not be the best, but I'm happy with it just because I know what this floor looked like beforehand. And let me tell you, it looks a lot different. That's where we're at with the whole floor thing. It works, and it looks a lot better. I know I mentioned this in a previous video and talked a little bit about some of the future plans that are coming here on the channel, especially with Big Blue and that aluminum trailer talk. And, you know, I've been thinking, once that aluminum trailer touches down, I think it's time to go, not full race car, because I don't think I could ever do that to this vehicle. Like, I'm talking strip it down, fully gut, just absolutely, in my eyes, ruin it. But it would be pretty cool to get a proper drag pack for this car, to get a proper tire, get a watt box, so I can, you know, have launch control and do a couple track days from a dig. But it'd be pretty cool to attend, like, I don't know, street car takeover, roll racing events and stuff, and get a half cage put in, some nice harnesses, put it back on E85, maybe pulley down, play with fire a little bit, make about 730 wheel. That'd be pretty sick. It'll just give me a nice peace of mind knowing I'm not gonna be stranded if the car were to break, because it happens. You know, that's just race car stuff for you. Harbor Freight jack, Harbor Freight stands. But I'll tell you what, I cannot wait to get a lift put in this thing. Oh God, that's gonna be so freaking nice, dude. I'd probably be halfway done with this already if I had a lift. I gotta stop rambling, but Lucifer's in the air. First thing we'll just do is just knock out the oil, then remove the catch can, drain that, and hopefully I'll give you guys a good reason as to why you need a catch can. Hopefully that, you know, shows a lot. Hopefully it's not full. That would not be good. Let's see what we got going on underneath here. All right, I see some pipe rubbing. Oh, and it's taking paint. That is not cool there, Billy. I might have to try to get some foam on there. And you know what? That might be where my knock sensor issue is coming into play, boys. Oh, wait a minute. This one's a little loose, too. A little flex going on here. Got some rubbing against the slim fan there. That could potentially be some knock, but this one, that's a pretty big point of contact. I don't like that. And it freaking chipped the paint off my piping, which, you know, not that big of a deal. But ever since I switched to the Paxton kit, I was no longer able to run the lower shroud thing because of the piping. It just hung a little too low. So I just ripped it off, and quite honestly, I've never had an issue. Like, the hood on Maverick flexes way more at high speeds than the one on Lucifer, which is, well, actually might make sense because we have an open heat extractor there, so all the air has somewhere to escape. That makes all the sense. Still have my toolbox in the garage, and this thing is an absolute mess. I'm missing so much stuff. It is just everywhere and anywhere, and I need to get this taken care of one day soon. Gonna get a little bit messy, and I want to say something really quick, and it's, you know, something about the last video I posted on the channel. If you didn't check it out, go check it out. Posted it last week on Wednesday, and the premise was honestly just based around Lucifer, a GT500. Like, you know, should I move on from Lucifer to buy a 5.8 GT500? And, you know, at the time, it seemed like, oh, this would be so sick to have, but, you know, you guys are right. This car is, in my opinion, cooler than a GT500 in so many ways. Like, we freaking had a stock 2013 with like 11,000 miles, and look what we made it into. Like, look how pretty this thing is. It's fully custom to my liking. I really don't think I would be happy if I got rid of this car for a GT500, because at the end of the day, stage 3 of this car will be a 321 Coyote motor build, single turbo probably, paint matched and all, kind of like I have it, and T56 Magnum, and that would be the nastiest stick car you could probably own. There's just no way in hell this car's going anywhere. Like, truthfully, there's no way. Absolutely no way. Let's get this oil changed, and hopefully everything looks good coming out of it. And yes, I'm using a wrench because I don't have my 1/4 inch socket or my 1/4 inch ratchet, and I'm not getting back up to get it. So deal with it. It'll be fine. Should have bought a new drain plug though. I'm usually pretty good about that, but I didn't do it. Oh yeah, she was in desperate need of an oil change. It is, oh yeah, she needed it. Oh damn, Derek, come on there, brother. For the blower oil change, we first gotta go and drop the line. So I don't know if you could see it up there, but I just zip tied it to the radiator tube, just because it was out of the way. I'll snip that, and then your line drops right here. But now we gotta go into the engine bay, and we're gonna pull the dipstick on the blower. So, you know, when we pull this plug, gravity will do its thing. In the engine bay here, though, on top of the Paxton and Vortec blowers, you have 2 plugs. One of them being the release valve plug. Now, this is where, you know, it builds up so much pressure inside, so it doesn't blow a seal. It slowly, or I don't know if it's slow or not, but it releases the pressure from this one, which you can pull and fill from. But then, by the throttle body underneath there, there's a dipstick plug, and I'll be real with you, I'm not gonna use the dipstick plug today. That's gonna consist of me taking all this apart just to get to it. Realistically, we just let it drain, do its thing, put a whole new bottle in, we should be a-okay. There we go, I could break that. So we got that loose now, and inside here you're gonna have like a little gold washer, and you wanna make sure, yep, I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully this camera angle is good, but got a gold washer right there. Do not lose this. That would not be good. Over here, just like that. Don't know what size this is. Hopefully it's this one. Hey, would you look at that? We're Gucci. And we got this one. But we're gonna go put our drain plug back in. That's drained enough. Now I gotta go and drop the oil filter. Hopefully my hand can do this. Oh, come on, it's coming. Damn. All right, there she goes. Oh, geez. Oh, well, that's one way to do it. Use the shield as a drain tray. Cool. Damn. All right, we'll just let that drain for a little bit. Almost forgot to grab one of the most important things. Okay, that'd be my keys. What I was trying to say is we may need the oil for this job. I don't know. I think putting oil in your car is kind of an option. You guys try it first, let me know how it goes. Can we just take a second and just look at this real quick? Like, we got a freaking house, we have Maverick, we got Big Blue chilling, we got Karma C7 chilling, Lucifer, freaking garage. Like, life is too good, man. Life is too freaking good. Let's go and get this new filter on. Make sure this puppy goes on smooth. And now we're gonna tackle our blower drain feed. Well, I got it loose. I didn't get it on camera because it was just that freaking tight. What the f is that? Okay, that's a little odd. Please do not. Okay, this is a little alarming. I do not know. Oh, mother trucker, dude. I will be dead honest with y'all right now. I don't know if that's what that's supposed to look like. This is like almost like a strawberry milk. I do not remember Bluetooth valves being like this consistency. I'm gonna pull up some videos and just kind of see if I can confirm. Pray for the best, boys, pray for the best. So I decided to look up a quick form on this, and someone said change my V3 oil, tablespoon of water came out. Mine did the exact same thing. It was like clear at first. And he also stated when I changed my Vortec oil today and when I undid the plug, about a tablespoon of water came out ahead of the oil, and the oil was a thick and pastel pink. That's exactly what mine looked like. I'm sure the water is probably condensation and the pastel pink is just used oil, but curious to hear from anybody else. Somebody was saying that, like, you know, theirs was similar and whatnot, so I don't think it's that serious, but I'm gonna look more into it real quick. So I actually found a video of somebody about to pull their plug, so I'm curious. His is close. Okay, it's close to the same color. His is a little bit better. So his was close. His was definitely a bit cleaner than mine. Considering I didn't drive this car but so much, that was actually the first oil change I did on it, and I don't know, but the car really didn't have many miles on it, honestly, since I put the blower on. Probably could have just been from sitting for a very long time, driving here and there, sitting, you know, the oil's still old, I don't know. But it's getting taken care of today. As long as there's no issues that come from it, it is what it is at this point. But it should be all drained out now. All right. Well, let's get this line zip tied before I forget. I might actually take a second too and go through all the T-bolt clamps just to see if any of them is loosened up, and I might try to feed some double-sided foam on these metal and metal contact points, because these things freaking trip knock sensors like nobody's business, and it is extremely annoying. Start with these. Oh wow, hold up, that was loose. What the hell? Dude, these are not that tight. I'm not gonna go too crazy on them. I just wanna make sure they're snug. Definitely do not wanna strip one of those out. It'll just have to be a whole ass ordeal getting a new one in. I have these like little 3M foam strips, so I'm gonna try to feed them on that metal on metal contact. I'll stick these to, you know, the intercooler piping just to try to eliminate metal on metal. I mean, there are definitely scrapes right there though, so that would definitely cause, like, hard shifting would boom, and definitely probably send some vibrations up to the knock sensor. So I might try there, might put a little bit here, and then obviously this one for sure, that one knocks around pretty easily. Take one of these strips, you need about yay big. And we're gonna try to feed it right there. Oh, that's actually, this stuff's gonna work perfect, I think. we were able to throw a little bit of padding in here. We drained the oil, the plug's back in, the oil filter's back in, drained the oil on the blower. That is now zip tied back up to the radiator hose, so it's out of the way. I went and checked the T-bolt clamps. I added some padding where there might be some metal on metal contact, and I think now we can go and lower the car and start working on the engine bay stuff. I think we're gonna go and tackle the catch can. I gotta get that pulled, drain that, and then we can dump all that oil into our Tidy Cats litter box. Those things were great for capturing oil, by the way. But coolant level looks pretty solid, so. Our catch can's now free, and you give her a little shake. Definitely has some liquid in her, not much. Oh, and it's spilling on my floor. Pull this plug and see what comes out. Oh yeah, that good stuff. So what you just saw was all the blow-by that would technically go back into your motor if you didn't have this catch can, and that's kind of why it's important to get one. And you know, you might have a big old mess in, you know, your cold air intake or whatever because of the blow-by and stuff without a catch can. They're really not that expensive, and they're definitely effective, especially when it comes to the passenger side, I believe. I think that's the one that gets the most blow-by. Driver's side, it doesn't get much, but got her drained, and probably could have gone a little longer without draining it, but just to be safe. But now we'll go and feed her back, mount her back up to the firewall, and get all the AN fittings plugged back in, and she's good to go. This one is always the biggest pain. It's actually pretty easy. Looks like we got it first try. Go and take our AN fittings, feed those back on. And now this side. Now we can go and set up our blower, oil change, get this fresh oil in there. And considering I saw that it was pretty milky with some moisture, I actually talked to a buddy named Brian, Pokemaster, on YouTube. Go check out his stuff. But since I am running an open vent setup and I have left this vehicle out in the rain an absolute shit ton, what we're thinking is when it rains, it obviously is going into the engine bay, and this is a release valve. So that means air goes out, and if air can go out and stuff, that means things can go in. So if we have a little puddle sitting in there where the release valve is, it can slowly creep its way into the blower, and I think that's what probably happened. So after this road trip, I have like 3 more of these things. I think I might just pull the plug again, let it drain out again, kind of see where we're going with that. Anyway though, we're gonna go and fill this up. Give her a squeeze. Oh, almost older floater there, Billy. Feed our release valve back in, make sure not to strip it. Should screw in really nice and easy, and we're gonna give her just a little bit of beans, nothing crazy. Perfect. Now we just gotta get old Lucifer filled up with the 5W50 oil, give her a good little start, and should be well on our way. Let me grab my funnel. Should probably clean this out. Oh, and another addition to the garage that I absolutely am in love with, I have hot and cold water, which is pretty sick. Like, I honestly can't wait until I get a mirror put in with the walls painted. I'm gonna get like one of those Gojo dispensers so we can wash our hands in style. It is going to be fire. That good old 5W50. But now we can go and cap her up, give her a nice little start, double check everything, make sure there's no leaks, make sure the blower is good, and all that jazz. Check our oil level, and go from there. engine bay needs a freaking detail. The pollen, like, it is disgusting. We're gonna give this a nice detail. There's all our blower oil and all the catch can mess. All that milky stuff. All right, that was a mess. All right, go and check our levels. I bet you this thing was craving that new oil in both the blower and the car. Oh, that thing thangin', girl. Well, all the fluids and stuff are ready to rock, but I'm not letting this car go to Charlotte looking like this. It's probably not in my best interest to go and detail the engine bay because the pollen right now is absurd in Virginia. I'm gonna do it anyway though, just because my OCD won't let me let that car just sit like that. It's just not gonna happen. Oh my God, this smells so good. I could drink it. I'll tell you what, a 1314 Shelby GT500 is a nasty car. By all means, probably the best Mustang ever, you know, brought to the market ever. S197 body style, the 5.8, the Tremec. But I must say, the 5.0 Coyote platform is definitely goated. And let's be honest, your Shelby engine bay is not looking like this. Don't want to hear it. Don't at me. Don't comment. It's not. But at the same time, like looking at this car and, you know, now that I put some good effort and time into it, you know, it makes me appreciate the car as a whole. And I think I need more of that. I think I just, you know, get too caught up in other projects and other vehicles at times. And I really forget just how nice Lucifer is. Because this car, and it's wants to be driven and it's going to get driven. And that's exactly why, you know, I told Brandon and Jake, no, I'm not taking the Mach 1 because they wanted me to bring the Mach 1. They both told me, yo, let's bring the Mach 1. We'll all have the handling cars at the track. Nope. Lucifer is going. And if we don't make it back, we don't make it back. This car is going to Charlotte one way or another. And I don't want to hear it. Oh, yeah, let's get this off. Much better. But that is what I'm talking about. That looks insane, man. I gotta snag some photos of this thing. Oh my God. This looks so freaking good. Boom. I think that's a wrap as far as engine maintenance and stuff. You wanna see something gorgeous? Oh, beside you. Of course, you're first.
Not right now. There's 6 bags of leaves.
All right, go ahead, pull it. Oh my God, that bird on the hood's crazy. You're close. Let me see. Check this out.
Wow, she's clean.
Looks good, don't it? I think we'll end her off though with a little cruise. Make sure everything feels right. Oh, woo! Feels good to be in here. There we go. You better load up, you engage. Vehicle oil reset. Set to 100. Reset complete. Feels good. It just needs a really good detail inside and out, and man, this thing feels brand new every time I do stuff like this. I love this car. I freaking love it. I'd like to call that a mission success right there. Got a lot done on old girl, and Charlotte, Lucifer will be in town. So make sure y'all show up, make sure you hop in the vlogs. Let's have a good time, and let's make some content. But that is gonna be a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate y'all tapping in for another video. If you didn't happen to catch the last two we posted, the one about the GT500 talk, which was the last video, make sure you go check that out. And then we posted one that was with Brandon and the Mach 1. Make sure you go check that one out as well. Safe to say though, Lucifer is ready to rock, ready for another road trip. This car does so freaking well, and it's crazy because like I mentioned, this gets about 21 miles to the gallon, I think, and this one was tapping at like 25. If you enjoyed today's video and you want more like this, do your boy the favor, drop a like up on the video. Let's hit over 2,000 likes. I know we can make it happen. 2,000 likes on this video, and we got another video coming hopefully Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, guys. But it's been real. Thank y'all so much for everything. Go check out the links in the description. Become a member if you want to hop on the members only live streams. We're going to start doing rating my subscribers Mustangs on there. Go check out my other social medias and stuff if you want some exclusive content. But until next time, guys, much love. Deuces.